On the lathe, we're paying attention to two different axes of motion. In and out, or left and right, which is along the z-axis. This part is spinning this way. We're working in and out on the spindle. That's the z-axis. That's the length, the left to right length. Okay? So if we wanted to, say, face off the end of this part and zero out the z, we could just touch that and it would zero that reading out. And now we know where we are left and right. Let's talk about how this is displayed. There's the decimal point. There's a 1/10 of an inch. All right, let me get back. Oh, I'll just show you. That's a 1/10 of an inch. These are hundredths of inches or tens of thousandths. Those are thousandths of an inch. Those are tenths of thousandths. So it's pretty accurate reading on the length. You can get to a 1/10 of a thousandth or 100 millionths of an inch. Okay, so left and right, zeros out here. The X is the diameter, which is moving in and out with the tool. The further the tool is from the center of the work, the larger a radius you're cutting, the larger the diameter is. Okay, so again, to zero that out, you just zero out the diameter or the X dimension. If you wanted to set it to if you had just turned this diameter, for example, and measured it, in fact, let's do that. Cut that diameter. I didn't change any of the settings. Coming over here and measuring that diameter, and it is 655 thousandths, 0.655. So I can go up here to this X button, push it once, 0.655, and the load, and now the tool is sitting at that position that cut 0.655 diameter. So if my aim point was, say, 0.625, I can now dial this in and I know exactly where I was. Okay. One word of sort of perspective is this last digit is tenths of thousandths, a very small amount. A thousandth of an inch is a quarter of the thickness of a piece of paper. Okay, so a 1/10 of a thousandth is what? A 40th of the thickness of a piece of paper. It's an insignificant amount for most of the things you're working on. So don't get too carried away with trying to get that last digit perfect. 0.6249 is essentially 0.6250. So now I can make it cut. Say I was going to turn that shaft out to be fitting in a bearing, and I wanted that to be just right. Okay, leave it a little bit big. You can always take off some more. The putting on tool on this machine doesn't work.